What's up guys, it's me Eric B and welcome back to the channel. And in this video we're going classic. So I managed to get myself a Ducati 996. This is a 2001. So yeah, here we are. Like I said before, you know, you guys have been seeing me on my Brixton BX 125, and I said, you know, slowly but surely I was gonna make some friends and try to get on some sport bikes, and we got a nice little classic Ducati for you guys. All right, so the 996, like I said before, 2001. Check out that front end. You can definitely tell this baby's old school because of the headlights, you know, compared to what we normally see on a day-to-day basis now with the new Panigale V4s and the V2s and stuff like that. And yeah, just on the ride over here and everything, this thing has a lot of power. It's not crazy power like some of the new Ducatis and stuff like that, but just because I've been riding the Brixton for the last couple of months and hopping back on something that actually goes fast, man, it's like night and day. All right, so we still have Showa forks and everything on here for the suspension. We got Brembo brake calipers. What else we got going on here? I like this the dry clutches on the Ducatis, man. That looks pretty cool. Got the single side swing arm and everything going on. And then what's interesting is the tail section. So as you can see how big and bulky the tail section is on these older bikes, and you know, as the years go on and now, you know, we're at the newest Panigale, it's almost like nothing back there. But it looks like you could fit a 6-pack of beer in the back of this thing. You can see we got the dual exhaust coming out the back here, and I believe this is the factory Ducati mufflers. And if I'm wrong on that, definitely let me know down in the comments below. So what else? Domino grips. They do got some different rear sets and stuff like that on here. It was set up for GP shift, so I haven't been on a sport bike in like a little while, so I'm doing the thing on the wrong side. It's like, what are you doing? He's letting you borrow his bike and you already don't even know where the shifter's at. It's like, come on, dude.
Great.
Down?
Great.
Oh. You know how long it's... I do that all the time. I do that on my bike at home. I forget.
Okay, people, you have to tell me these things, all right? I've been frozen for 30 years, okay? Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Oh, man, I did that when I was with Lolly, too, on her MT-07. I keep hitting the brake instead of the clutch. Like, what are you thinking? All right, so we got some tank grips here, gas cap, and as you can see, definitely old school with the analog speedometer and tachometer. Like no nice digital TFT display or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. So the thing with this bike is, you know, it's a classic, you know what I'm saying? So if you are a diehard Ducati fan, this is probably a bike that you want to have in your collection. And I don't know what these would be going for in the States, but I would assume they would be pretty expensive. Not to mention that they are probably pretty rare as well. But overall, guys, for literally a 20-year-old bike, this thing still looks good. I mean, it has, you know, its wear and tear on it and everything. I mean, it's an old bike, but it's in good shape. I mean, look at the fairings and the tank and everything. The paint and everything on it looks pretty good. I mean, not too bad. And just in case you guys didn't know, Ducati hasn't always been in the motorcycle business. They were doing things like radio components and stuff like that back in like the World War II era. All right, so the predecessor to this bike was the 916, and the successor is the 998, and this was in production between 1999 and 2002, if I'm not mistaken. All right, guys, just wanted to do a quick walk around of the bike, and we're gonna go on ahead and get this thing out on the road, see how it performs. But before we do that, as always, let's cut to the B-roll. Okay, so start this bad boy up for you. Man, that dry clutch. Sounds like a bunch of rocks in a dryer. Got that analog tack there. That's pretty cool, actually. So he does have it set up in GP shift, so one up and then the rest is down, which I don't really like that, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Oh, it's a little bit bumpy. I think we're gonna go this way. Oh man. All right. So right off the bat, when we're jumping right into ergonomics, back on a sport bike again, man, this thing is not that comfortable. So, just like on some of the other European bikes like the Aprilia and a couple other Ducatis I've ridden, I feel really cramped on this bike. I don't know if it's just because of my height, but or the way that he has the rear sets set up on this bike, but man, this thing, like, I feel like I got no room to move back. The seat is really slippery. And it's pretty cool, man, this tack and everything. You can see all that. Let's see if I can get on a little bit. Can't get on it too much, all these speed bumps, till we clear them. She sounds good though. Sounds real good. My humps, my humps, my humps, my humps. But I'm just trying to get used to being back on a sport bike again. And yeah, like I said, just I mean, it is what it is. It's a sport bike, right? So it's not meant to be super comfortable or anything like that. And I don't know if he's got like this thing lowered down any at all, or what adjustments he has done on the rear sets. Oh man, it feels so good. I haven't gone this fast in a long time, riding around on my Brixton. But yeah, so I'm not gonna go too far into handling or anything like that. I mean, it feels just like, you know, any other sport bike I've been on and stuff so far. I can't really do a whole lot around here on these roads just because, one, I don't know my way fully around here yet, and there's not a whole lot of spots to really open this bad boy up. There is probably somewhere else. I just haven't gotten to those roads yet. All right, so the styling of this bike, so it's an old school Ducati, you know what I'm saying? It still looks good. Italians make some nice stuff, but you know, over the years, obviously they just look so good now, the way that they, you know, they made the styling so aggressive and everything with them. But you know, early 2000s, I think the front end is a little weird. But overall, I mean, the bike still looks good. I mean, the rear end is kind of weird to me, just because it's so big. And I think a lot of sport bikes, like all the Japanese sport bikes and stuff like that, they all used to have those really big tail sections and everything on them. And then, you know, jump to modern day, like a lot of these tail sections are like non-existent. You can barely put a candy bar in them. I don't know, I think if I was to actually ride this for like a couple days and stuff like that, I may get used to it and kind of change my tune on how I feel on as far as the ergonomics and stuff goes. But yeah, just initially, and plus, like I said, I ain't been on my KTM in a hot minute, so it just feels super weird after being on my Brixton for a while. All right, and just like typical Ducati fashion, this thing does get hot, like most do. Man, I can really feel it on my thighs right here. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is something you would own? Maybe add to your collection as a classic bike? Do you still dig the old generation Ducati styling, or do you favor more the new style? Yep, this bike definitely is not made for this type of riding. It's stop and go traffic and everything. It feels like the R1. You know, it does not want to go slow. You got to open this thing up. All right, now as far as let's see, electronics and stuff like that goes, I mean, 2001, I don't know if there was a whole lot of electronics put into these bikes. I know my KTM RC8 doesn't have any electronics on it, so to be honest with you, I didn't even ask the owner if this thing has like ABS, any traction control, or any kind of other electronics or thing put into it. If there is, guys, let me know down in the comments below. But I'm gonna say, just because of the year and everything else, I don't think it has any, to be honest with you. Porsche. right, guys, I'm gonna try to find somewhere where I can open this up just a little bit. Like I said, I don't know all the good roads and everything that everybody rides on, really. Oh my gosh, this traffic is ridiculous. Time to do some exploring. We're gonna take a shortcut. What's this guy doing? I tried to do a first ride for you guys on a bike that's faster than the one I have right now, and I can't even go fast. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I'm new. I'm just trying to get out to the road. Go that way to the straight? Okay. Oh man, we don't want to get in trouble. That would not be good. Alright, before you guys ask, have I tried the Korean food? Yes, I have. It's amazing. If you get a chance to try some, definitely do so. You won't be disappointed. If I'm not mistaken, the top speed on this thing is around 160, 170 is what it says on paper. Not really sure what it can actually do, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to demonstrate any of that here. But I'm sure this thing could top out probably 170, 180, somewhere in there. I mean, it's basically a liter bike. Most liter bikes can do at least 180 miles an hour. Man, I'm just hitting all the traffic today, let me tell you. All right, now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this thing only has like 120 horsepower or something like that. I thought I read that the 998 or the 999 has like 170, but I thought the 996 only had 120. I don't know, you guys do some Google for me and find out. But the torque spec on here is pretty legit. We're in the 90 foot-pounds of torque range, and Ducati has always been known to have powerful, torquey bikes. Don't want to get too crazy. This ain't my bike. Ain't trying to have nothing bad happen. But yeah, guys, this thing does have some freaking power. I mean, feels like my KTM. Nice and torquey. Let's give her a quick punch here. That was weird. Like I said, this is an old bike, so if there's any issues with it, I don't know. We're just we're going with it as we go along here. Well, all right then. I'm gonna just scooch on by here. Ooh, over the curb. So even though this thing is about 20 years old, man, don't let it fool you. It'll still get down. It's like slipping. There we go. All right. We won't be really opening this bike up. Woo! That was way better. It probably doesn't seem as fast on camera, but it's not too bad. Alright guys, so we're gonna take this bike back to the owner, and I just wanted to do a quick video on this nice old school Ducati 996. I know I wasn't able to really get out and open her up or anything for you guys, all this traffic, and plus I really don't know the roads, so I want to try to correct that in the future, so the next sport bike I get, I can find a nice road and open her up for you guys. But yeah, I'm really thankful I get to ride bikes like this, make friends and stuff like that, And if you guys are liking what you're seeing, man, give me a like. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.